Monetize your passion. It's 2021. If you haven't found a way or aren't working diligently to monetize your passion, you're tripping. Rewind the tape to the day I stepped out. I had already been building my brand from the penitentiary online. I knew who I would listen to. So I had to build that man, heal that man, find the answers that worked for that man, and then realize that we're all the same. You think you're special, baby girl? We're all the same. What works for me will work for you, and what doesn't work for you is what works for you. Do you not get that? That's the perspective shift. That's the mindset shift. I want to do what I love for a living. No matter what the fuck you do for a living, at some point or another, it will turn into a job. You will have to do lots of things every day you don't want to do to push forward. I was living at my grandma's house at 35. I had just got out of doing 10 years in prison. I'm 35, living at my grandma's house on a twin bed, sleeping in the same fucking room as my parents. But I knew in my heart, I found what worked for me. I didn't care if I just had few clients, enough to pay for a studio apartment by the beach, and I was jacked, and I wasn't drinking no more. I had no more regret in my life. I was able to help people and give them what worked for me so well, and I could walk to the gym. I was happy with that. Fact is, when I cured that fucking negativity that pulled at me my whole life, all those vices, all these problems, I didn't even know I was curing the most complex issues we all have as humans. So I didn't know it would get this big. I was just fucking relentlessly seeking answers to get the fuck out of my own way. Once it started to blow up, I was making about $800 to $3,000 a month, living at my grandma's house, kicking her what she needed for rent, and barely making it, borrowing my mom's truck and walking to the fucking gym for years. And I was fucking pumped to do it because it felt so right. For once in my life, I was right. I was doing it right. And it felt fucking good. I'll never forget the fucking day I had started to blow up. I wasn't telling anybody about it. I was making 6 figures a month, still living on that twin bed, never going out, never going and hanging out with anyone, just grinding and giving value on social media. And I'm sitting at my grandma's table with clutter everywhere. She's a hoarder. There's shit everywhere. And I just carve out my little area each day when she would stack shit there so that I could eat my meal and do my posts in the kitchen on the dining table that was covered with shit that no one ate at. And I'm sitting there doing my posts, and my grandma's like, oh my God. She's freaking out. I'll never pay this. I'm never gonna make it. How am I gonna do this? And she's looking at a credit card bill. I said, Grandma, what's the matter? She's like, how the fuck can we make it? And I say, how much is it? She's like, it's $14,000. I can't pay it. So then I look at her. I say, hand it over here. She hands me the bill. I pull my phone out. I call it in, and I pay that card off for her. I hand her back her statement, and I say, Grandma, I haven't been sitting here wasting time. I'm out. Looked for a place that day, found one by the end of the week, bought my first car. I had about $350K saved up and was living so fucking sickeningly frugal off canned chicken and spinach because that discipline, when I could do anything, was fucking driving me. To have what you want, yeah, that's riches. to be able to do without. That's power. So motherfuckers see me now. They're like, oh, are you getting soft because you have all this nice shit? No, it's harder. It's harder to have way more means than you see that I have and still grind how I grind. I didn't spend anything for the first 6 months of 2021 and had back to back 6 months, record months climbing in my business, massive records. Still didn't purchase anything. Gotten some hot water with the expenses because I wasn't expensing much of the business. And then so you see some stuff accumulate that you don't realize is a corporate asset acquired, where there will be many more. When you see stuff like Rob Dyrdek with this fantasy factory, you go to like a SEMA truck show and you see a Monster Energy monster truck that's like $3 million and just obscene. This is a corporate acquired expense that is not taxed money. It's corporate money that would be taxable income if you don't get rid of it. You're going to have to get rid of 40% of everything. Every $1 million you make, $400K goes to expenses for the business, or you give the check to Uncle Sam. Would you rather have the asset or give the check just right over to Uncle Sam? Taxed income. I think it's a no-brainer. That's why everybody does that. The thing is, you guys don't get what got a motherfucker there was those first 6 months when you start killing it, when you start really leveling up, when you hit that stride. You don't give up. Don't turn your back on what built you to where now, this late in the game, 3 years, late in the game, 3 years, 14 years of building, but 3 years of actual business application, 2 Rolls Royces, Lamborghini, the newest Rolls, the Cullinan, paid for cash, the Lamborghini paid for cash, which always isn't the smartest way for all you geniuses that need to see pink slips. Sometimes it is, whether it fits your current situation best or not. So it's not, there's a gray area with all this. Understand that. Talk to a person's CPA before you understand their situation. Their situation is different than yours. I can pick apart people's situations and understand the moves they make because I understand mine. When you don't understand yours, you won't understand anything but what Grandpa told you. What Grandpa told you is not really applicable to influencer, e-commerce, fucking accumulation of wealth. It's different, trust me. But where we're at now, 2 Rolls Royces, Lamborghini, Mercedes, millions of dollars invested in stocks, crypto, and people, Wes, where's the real estate? I went with the Blackstone Real Estate Income Trust Fund. That's what the BREIT, B-R-E-I-T. That's what I went with. Because I like to put my zone of genius to work. I work inside. I'm not good at that shit. Do you know how much time out of my day I would spend if I was looking for income properties and shit? No. I just throw it to the biggest real estate holder in the world, which is Blackstone. Kind of coincidental, would you say? Toss it to them and bring back my 20 to 30%. Now, on a mil, on a year, that's pretty fucking good. Could you do better if you put all this legwork in? Of course you could. Don't have the time for that. And it actually, when I chase numbers and money, it pulls me out of what I love most, my inner peace. My inner peace is gathered here, right here, when I'm in flow. When I'm working with the client on their problems, I am void of my problems. So to bring people like Guerrero Fitness, freedom financially, for $7,500 for him to join my business coaching program, where I teach him to be an online coach like myself, $7,500. He's about 150K positive with 15,000 invested. He's invested 15,000 and made over 150,000 in about 4 months. About 4 months. Okay? Do you get that? Does everybody do that good? No. Everybody is close to the 10K a month mark that listens. Some people just can't get past their ego and just give. I'm telling you guys everything. The Rolls paid for cash. The Lambo paid for cash. Not really the best choice, but this is what had to happen due to the time frame that we had. The time frame, okay? The Wraith, 50,000 down, vehicle expensed as a business expense, 120 owed. It was only $170. It was only $170, okay? People are gonna watch this and they're gonna be like, what the fuck? You have to elevate your mindset by making uncomfortable purchases and elevating yourself, or you'll stay there. Before I make any of these purchases, I'm already past them and I don't like them. That's mindset, that's perspective. You right now probably couldn't even imagine having $150,000 in bills a month. There was a time where I couldn't imagine that. But it's all profit sharing and only business expenses. True life expenses that I'm tied to are so minimal, your head would spin. This place rented, I could skip out whenever I can't pay it no more. I'm not tied to it. Cars paid for, one car payment, that's $2,000, one that's $700. So really, only bills I owe is $3,400 a month. I could not pay here anymore, which is $10,000 a month for a $3 million condo, which I would buy if I really felt like it, but it's off market right now. You guys, don't listen to everybody. Monetize your passion and learn as you grow. You're gonna make mistakes. That's the beauty. You didn't quit when you made them. You didn't lose enthusiasm when you made them because you said, you know what? I am working this hard. I should be in a certain place, but I'm not. I'm right where I should be. And I get to give all this love and value and help to everybody with what I do. Monetize your passion. If you sold out for just money and you're doing a job you hate, you're the sellout, not the person who's making the money helping people. Guerrero's family tells me thank you, okay? Men come to me broken, hungover like Bart on my page, 80 pounds overweight, wife about to leave him, drunk for years. He quit that day. He showed up that day. He left a Halloween party and showed up at the gym at 4 a.m. I have seen him every morning for 2 years. He quit drinking that day, never drank again, dropped 80 pounds. He's fucking family to me. And literally, he's leveling up in one of the biggest COVID testing companies you've ever seen, to where he is gonna pull 7 figures this year on confidence and energy alone. The man he created by being a man every day. That 4 a.m. man who does stuff at times he doesn't like. You can't expect people to do stuff for you who can't even get up early and do shit for them. You can't. Don't have that expectation. The guys who show up at 4 a.m., those doers in the morning, they ain't them nighttime dreamers who are going to talk shit about your whole life because they couldn't show up and they said they would. I didn't tell you to show up, motherfucker. But anyways, Bart murdering it. Guerrero murdering it. People hopping on my programs, just changing their lives. Shane Patrick, SPF Fitness. When that guy tells me I saved his life, it fucking brings me to tears. I love you, big dog. All you guys on my program. I can't name everybody. This just came to me. I wasn't even planning on doing this, but I literally have so much pain in my life that you don't see, that I share with you, because I absorb everybody else's. I absorb everybody's pain, and I use my program to defeat it daily. I wake up angry. I wake up negative. I wake up with doubt. I wake up scared. I wake up thinking, is this the right choice? And when I get into flow state where my peace is found, none of that exists. I'm okay with dying today. I'm okay with losing everything today, because I was a great man today. If a man is right, his world will be right. I love you guys. Monetize your passion. Give the gift of you to the world. They're waiting for you. You're the speaker for somebody out there. You are. I love you guys. Let's go.